If you want to improve your English pronunciation, then you need to know about syllables. If you're ready, let's hop into this lesson on syllables right now. First of all, what are syllables? If someone asked you that right now, would you be able to explain it to them? Even at the advanced level of English, or knowing any language really, we sometimes need to backtrack for a moment to make sure that we've covered all the bases and have the basics down, the fundamentals down pat. And syllables are at the very core of our language. So, back to the question I asked earlier, what are syllables? Syllables are the building blocks of words in the English language. In any given word, each syllable has one vowel sound, like when you say ha, or have a combination of a vowel and one or more consonant sounds, like when you say hat. You can think of a syllable as a beat. These beats are what give our language rhythm. A syllable is the unbroken piece of speech that can be found in a single word, which consists of a vowel sound, but not always a vowel, like in the word psst, a diphthong, or a syllabic consonant. Okay, quick side note on psst, and we do it like that, psst. So that's the sound that we make in a whispered tone, psst, when we want to alert the listener that we have some secret or confidential information that we only want to share with them. We don't want anyone else in the room or within earshot to hear it. And that's why we whisper it, psst. For example, you could say, psst, Fred, don't tell anyone, but I'm going to leave this party early. Okay, so a little side note on that. And now let's get back to syllables. So every syllable of each and every word has to have at least one vowel sound. A vowel can stand alone in a syllable, as in open and animal. And a syllable can also be surrounded by consonant sounds like pet, picnic, and wonderful. Wonderful. Words can have 1, 2, 3, or more syllables. If a word has one syllable, it is called a monosyllable or a monosyllabic word. And if a word has more than 2 syllables, it's called a polysyllable or a polysyllabic word. And the way you can count syllables in a word is by placing the top of your hand directly under your chin and count how many times your jaw hits the top of your hand. However many times your jaw hits your hand is the number of syllables there are in the word. So now let's have a look at a few examples of syllables in various words. We're going to practice together, and then I would like for you to test your knowledge as well with a little quiz. All right, but first, let's practice together, shall we? T. How many syllables? How many times does the top of my hand touch my jaw? T. Once. So there's one syllable in the word T. Quiet. How many syllables? Quiet. 2. Okay. Quietly. Quietly. Okay. So what's the number of syllables here? Quietly. 3. 3 syllables. So when you're doing this exercise of counting the number of syllables in the words, you'll have to slow down your speech and exaggerate it just a little bit. Obviously, when we talk, we don't do it in this way, but it will help you sound out the words and the syllables when you're reading English out loud, and it'll also help you improve your accent in the process. Your pronunciation and your intonation will also improve by doing it this way. When you look up the word in a dictionary online or in an actual book, you'll generally see dots or slashes. This shows the different syllables in the word, and the pronunciation of the word is seen between the slashes. And it's usually written in IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. For example, in the word umbrella, we hear 3 spoken syllables. Umbrella, umbrella. And the word business, we hear 2. Business, right? 2. All right, so now it's your turn to practice. This is a little quiz. So I'm going to give you a word, and then I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to try to figure it out for yourself, the number of syllables in these words. And then I'm going to share with you the correct number of syllables so that you can test and check your own answer. Okay? Are we ready? Let's do it. Cook. How many? 1. Okay? Cookie. 2. Banana. Banana. 3. Delicious. 3. Advanced. Advanced. 2 syllables. Advanced. Bank. 1 syllable. Obsessed. Obsessed. 2 syllables. Basic. 2 syllables. Quite. Quite. 1 syllable. Noise. Noise. 1 syllable. Noisy. 2 syllables. Noisiest. 3 syllables. Did you get them? Did you get the syllables correct? Okay, amazing work. That wasn't easy if you've never counted syllables before. In addition to using the top of your hand method and counting the number of times your jaw hits the top of your hand, you can also clap. You can also tap on a table, let's say. But another thing you can do is write the word in phonetic transcription using IPA, right? The International Phonetic Alphabet. And you'll be able to see the difference between a vowel and a consonant cluster or a consonant sound. For example, in the word advanced, that might have been a little tricky when you were counting the syllables out. But in the word advanced, we have 2 vowels and a consonant cluster. We have the sound a, then ve, and then we have nst, right? That's the consonant cluster. And so there's 2 syllables, right, in advanced. And in the word obsessed, we have and st, right? So that's another way that you can discern the number of syllables in the word by using IPA to help you figure it out. And I'd also like to point out that understanding syllables will help you with comparatives and superlatives. For example, with noise, noisy, noisier, and noisiest, you'll be able to beat out the sounds in these words and pronounce them correctly. And when you do so, you'll be able to just use them in your everyday conversations at work, casually, with friends, right? It'll just come as second nature to you. So as you can see, knowing how to count syllables will help you improve your pronunciation. You'll be able to get the gist of the rhythm of the English language, which will also help your intonation, emphasis, and inflection patterns. A great way to practice sounding out syllables is reading aloud. Choose a passage from a book or an article online or in a newspaper and read it out loud to yourself. Count out the syllables and make a physical or mental note of it for the future. And the next time you encounter this word or you want to use this word in your own conversation, you'll be able to pronounce it correctly. As with anything, practice makes progress. So stay focused, continue practicing, and keep up the great work. All right, advanced English learners, thank you so much for joining me for this lesson. If you are watching this lesson here on YouTube, then be sure to give this lesson a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share it with friends. And if you're listening to the podcast version of this lesson and you love our podcast, please be sure to leave us a nice review. You can leave up to 5 stars, and that really helps us out. And turn on your notifications so that you never miss a beat. The full transcript of this lesson can be found on our blog, so be sure to head on over to advancedenglish.co/blog. And while you're there, feel free to sign up for our free newsletter. It's 100% free, and you get new lessons delivered to your inbox each week. So I will see you in the next advanced English lesson where we're going to continue advancing your English together. Until then, keep up the awesome work, and I will see you very soon.